Alright then, so I just got done watching the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc Fight, episode 95. The episode is called The Duel You Believe In, which is ironic because there's not actually much dueling involved in this episode. So the woman announcer is telling everyone that Jack is the winner, the best of the entertainment dueling style. Sergey, who fell off the arena, presumably dead. He was actually still alive. He was just crawling across the floor like how he would in the first Terminator film. It's like all mangled and destroyed. He's like crawling with a big smile on his face. There's these three commons down there that spot him and like, oh, that's that Sergey guy. He's a nutcase. We probably should just beat the shit out of him so that he can't hurt anyone else if he goes on a rampage again. And I think that's what they do. They get these free sticks, and I can only assume that they just beat him to death because you don't see him get killed, but I think it's heavily implied that's what happened off screen. Because you don't see him again, so yeah, Sergey's proper dead. Okay. As you can imagine, Roger didn't take this very well. He's pretty much having a big breakdown. He declares martial law, so there's basically no rules anymore in this dimension. So if you want to kill someone, go for it. You might as well. Roger is also giving this little speech on this like big projector screen, which everyone's watching. Yuzu just comes flying in, knocks him to the side. He falls, smashes the back of his head straight off the chessboard that's next to him, and falls to the ground. People die like that, by the way. Like there's like people have fights and they push someone really gently and they fall over and they just hit the back of the head. And they'd be dead. I just think it'd be really funny if Yuzu just killed him then. Like, he hit his head and just blood came pouring out and he's dead. Obviously, that'd be dark and, like, obviously, you don't want to go down that route, but that would be pretty cool. Does Roger even duel? Have we, like, is he going to be, like the final boss of this dimension? Is that going to be a thing? Because I'm not sure. Good guy Kurosaki saving the day again. Reira's having a little freak out again, saying that, oh god, if you guys all stay here, you're all going to die, and he's having his flashbacks or whatever. As he's running towards this crowd, Kurosaki just grabs him, holds him, and says, everything's going to be alright, we'll take it to your brother. I can imagine why all the fangirls really like Kurosaki. The only reason I remember his name is because he's got the same name as me, the little lad with the little pushed up nose like this. His name's Sam, same as me. He comes to Yuya and basically tells him that, oh, I had a little word with Jack Atlas, and he told me to tell you that. Basically, when he watched your game against Crow, he thought you were a dickhead because all you wanted was to win with power, and he has no interest in dueling someone that has interest in power. If that's the duel you believe in, then don't try and duel him. Yuya understands what he means, so he says that he wants to show him the entertainment style dueling that he's been trying to achieve as well, so he wants him to go find him so he can duel him. But what I found interesting was the fact that when Yuya looks back and he tries to think of his duel with Crow, he says that he doesn't really remember much of the duel at all because obviously he was in berserk mode. But what he did remember was wielding amazing power. And I thought this was an odd way of putting it because it was basically he was using like an evil kind of creature. It was like a hatred-born creature. Yet he described it as amazing power, not like absolute power or overwhelming power or anything. He used the word amazing. So it's interesting that he's not seen it in a bad light, so maybe he doesn't think it's that bad. I don't know. It's interesting. What I am a bit sick of is all this entertainment garbage, because I get the point that they're trying to do. They're trying to show that it doesn't have to be so dark every time you're dueling. Not everything has to be so, like, oh, we have to win or else everyone's going to perish. But we've had this conversation so many times. He keeps losing his way. He was losing his way when he was just playing against normal people with no stakes on the line. So now he's doing this again, and he has to remember that he's doing this for fun, to make people smile. Yeah, I'm just getting a bit sick of it, to be honest with you. Like, I wish he'd just have a bit more character development and just stick to his guns. So I'm going to stick with this. Maybe this is the last one because he's going to learn this from Jack and he's going to stay with it. But I guarantee he's going to go into rage mode again at some point because it's just this thing. He just needs to chill out. Reggie is back with all the council members. He leaves because he wants to take on all the opponents outside, and he actually manages to defeat there's like 50 or 100 of them. He wins them, beats them all in one attack, which was pretty awesome. All the rest of the gang meet Reggie, and Reira and Reggie are reunited. It was a nice moment. They all go off to meet Yuya back at the Duel Stadium, and Kurosaki's taking them all there on his Raid Raptors, which makes me wonder, why would you ever need cars in this universe if you can just solid vision summon your monsters and just fly them everywhere? I don't understand why that's not more of a thing. Maybe there's a limitation on how long the monsters can stay out for, but otherwise that's overpowered. Before this though, Reggie is actually telling the council that basically you're all a bit too passive, and people who decide the future shouldn't be observers. It should be people that do things and take action, which he's right, because the council are basically just bet on who was going to win. Reggie knows what he's talking about. He's a great character. I'll tell you what there isn't enough of in this series. There's not enough Sawataru. I think he's my favourite character. Well, he's not. He's my favourite character to watch because some of the stuff he does is just funny. He snatches the microphone off the announcer and chucks it to you and goes, "There you go, boy. You go say your speech." Yuya managed to talk about smiling and how he's going to entertain everyone. He challenges Jack Atlas to a duel. In the next episode, it's going to be Jack versus Yuya, which will be an interesting duel. I actually don't know how this duel's going to go. I'm 85% confident Yuya's going to win with smiling entertainment dueling. If not, it'll be a draw. I can't see Jack winning because that means that no one's really learned anything from this experience in the Synchro Dimension. Because remember, Yuya's already lost to Jack once, so he has to win this time, or at least draw with him to be on equal standing. But the only reason I'd think they'd draw rather than win is just to keep like audience happy. Because imagine if Yuya beat Jack Atlas now, would you be annoyed or would you be okay with that? Yeah, that was pretty much the episode. Let me know what you thought in the comments section below. What do you think is going to happen next week? Who do you think is going to win? And yeah, thanks a lot for watching and catch you later. Right then guys, so recently I subscribed to Loot Crate. Specifically, I subscribed to Loot Anime. They specialise in sending Loot Anime related stuff. And I thought that I'd do an unboxing for you guys and show you the kind of stuff I got. Unfortunately, I'm in the future, so I've already opened it all, so I know what I get. This is what the box looks like after you've turned it inside out. It's kind of like a treasure chest, which we're going to see a treasure chest worth of stuff inside. Also, I'm wearing, spoiler, a t-shirt. You'll see more of that later. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Here we go. Right then, here we go. Welcome to the unboxing. First things first, let's get through this protective layer, which